What if I told you that in just 30 days you could be ahead of 99% of people? No luck, no connections, no waiting for some miracle moment. Just pure strategy. Sounds impossible? Stick with me, and I'll show you how I did it, and how you can too. A few years ago, I was in your shoes, struggling, uncertain, overwhelmed by everyone telling me what I should be doing, but none of it seemed to work. I wasn't getting ahead. I was just going through the motions. I remember one night, late, when I should have been asleep, scrolling through my phone, watching video after video of successful people living their best lives. I was so close to giving up, thinking maybe it wasn't meant for someone like me. But then, something changed. A thought flashed in my mind. What if the reason I wasn't succeeding was because I was doing everything wrong? I had followed the typical advice everyone says works. Wake up early, work hard, hustle, network. All those catchphrases we hear daily. But despite all that effort, I still felt like I wasn't making progress. It was like I was on a treadmill, running as fast as I could, but never getting anywhere. But here's the kicker. Everyone else was already doing the same things. So why was I expecting different results? I knew then that I had to make a choice. Either I continued down the same path, blending in with the crowd, or I took the risk to change everything. The question was, could I really do it? Could I actually change my approach, stop following the crowd, and expect a different outcome? I started thinking about the people who did succeed, the top 1%, the ones who were always ahead of the curve. What made them different? Were they just luckier? Were they born with some magical advantage? Or did they do something I wasn't doing? That's when I realized the hard truth. The 1% didn't just think differently, they acted differently. It wasn't about a few small tweaks. It was about a completely different mindset, a different approach to their day, their habits, their strategies, and their lives. But the hardest part? Making the choice to break away from what everyone else was doing. The truth is, doing what everyone else does won't get you ahead. It'll keep you stuck in the same place as everyone else. I realized something crucial. I couldn't afford to follow the typical path anymore. I needed to create my own. So I took a different approach. It wasn't easy, and it didn't happen overnight. But I followed a strategy that took me from stuck to thriving in less than a month. The first step was waking up earlier. Now, this might sound like the classic advice, but here's the twist. I wasn't waking up early to just get ahead of the competition. I was waking up early to take control of my mind and my day before the world even had a chance to interfere with it. I spent the first hour of my day not checking my email or rushing through tasks. I meditated, journaled, set clear intentions for my day. I protected that time like it was sacred. And let me tell you, that made all the difference. Most people waste their mornings. They check their phones, get sucked into the noise of the world. But I realized that the real key to getting ahead is owning your time, not letting it slip away. And that's when I started seeing changes. Next, I tackled learning. I didn't wait for a university degree or some expensive course to teach me. I committed to learning your one new skill every single day. Just 20 minutes of focused learning in areas that mattered to my business and personal growth. Little did I know, these small 20-minute chunks added up fast. I wasn't just absorbing random information. I made sure that each piece of knowledge I acquired was applied immediately. I started building on that knowledge instead of waiting for the perfect moment to act. But here's the thing that truly set me apart. I got comfortable being uncomfortable. I didn't let the fear of failure hold me back. And trust me, I failed plenty of times. But I learned faster than ever before because I kept moving forward, regardless. And this is where most people fall short. They try, they fail, and they stop. The successful ones, they fail, and they try again. Smarter, stronger, and more determined. Getting ahead isn't just about what you know. It's about who you surround yourself with. That's why I created a Discord channel for people like you, focused on growth and success. If you want to connect with like-minded people, the link is in the description. Join us and let's level up together. Now, let's continue. Even with all of those changes, it wasn't smooth sailing. There were days I felt like giving up. Days I doubted if it was all worth it. Days when the results didn't come fast enough, and I thought, maybe this whole strategy is just nonsense. But it was in those moments of doubt, when I felt the urge to quit, that I realized something important. This was the real test. Was I going to fall back into my old habits? Or was I going to push through and prove to myself that I was capable of succeeding? I chose to push through. I chose to trust the process. And that's when everything shifted. Fast forward to today. I've created a life that I once thought was a dream. I'm running a business I love. I'm more financially stable than ever. I have a freedom that comes from doing things differently. And the best part? I did it all by following a system that isn't about luck, it's about strategy. And here's the biggest takeaway. If I can do it, you can too. I was just like you, struggling, unsure, questioning everything. But I realized the truth. The people who are ahead aren't smarter, luckier, or more talented. They just make different choices. So I'm asking you, are you ready to make different choices? Are you willing to break away from the pack and stand out? Because if you are, I'm here to guide you. If you're ready to start making the changes that will set you ahead of 99% of people, hit that subscribe button. Join me, and I'll help you take the first steps toward transforming your life. Let's get started.